So let's see. Let's try this together, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a cue first. On the first day of freshman orientation. Y'all are on top of it because that's not even the part that I was supposed to cue you on the first day of freshman orientation, my parents told me that they expected me to graduate when hell freezes over. Okay. True. All right, people with party poppers. Well, Mom and Dad, apparently there are icicles on Hell's Higher Hills, and honestly, they're actually very supportive. But so great job. The next one is going to be a little bit more subtle, but y'all have been through at least 4 years, maybe plus or minus 2 years of higher education, so I expect that you'll be able to pick up on them. Okay, so now for real. I want to thank you, Dr. Pfeiffer. I want to thank you, Board of Trustees. And I want to thank you, friends and loved ones of, most importantly, the graduating class of 2009. Who, right, at this point I imagine, well, we all kind of look like the Order of Merlin. So on a more serious note, I think that it's suiting that we're all here on the lawn of Sunderland, and in such close proximity to Vining. To me, it makes me feel like everything has really come full circle from when days that we experienced this place for the first time.
Cliche!
All right, cool it. I guess I'm just going to give you a hint each time. I'll tell you when you yell cliche, okay? So we came here, we were nervous. I was acne-ridden. People said my head was too big for my body. I was socially inept. I was depressed. I was angry, full of hate. I was downright despondent and disturbed. Cliche. All right, cliche of a freshman. It's not actually the way it is. Okay, where was I? Right. So when we all first got here, we were vulnerable. We were subject to a new culture. We were subject to a new culture that was established by older students, cooler students, as well as faculty, staff, and professors. There were customs and norms that we weren't used to. Our predecessors had shaped Wilson to reflect their own personalities, their own passions, and their own interests. I want to say that I am extremely proud. I'm extremely proud of the graduating class of 2009 because we have shaped something here called a culture, sure, from which students of the future will benefit continuously. In my experience, this culture looks like people challenging themselves as well as one another in classes, in lunchrooms, late night in dorm rooms, and around fires on dogwood. It looks like people challenging one another to engage in critical discourse about the consequences of how we define and redefine ourselves, as well as those around us, as well as the global socio-political landscape. Can I get a hell yeah? This legacy practically and concisely looks like skyrocketing numbers of voting members in the student caucus. Yeah, seriously. It looks like people organizing to make new work crews. It looks like stencils and graffiti with a conscience around campus. You can taste the local in our cafeterias. It sounds like people partying, and it sounds like people dancing in spaces defined by the fact that they are free of sexual violence. Folks, we have learned so many positive ways of how to interact with one another, and we've practiced affecting change here that we want to see. It's time to take those lessons, pardon me, this is emotional, and catalyze change on a much, much grander scale. Outside of this place, beware barefoot activists, there are shards of broken glass. There's a lot of work to do in this world, in case you haven't noticed, and as Wilson students, I'm sure that you have. The proverbial shit has hit the fan. Thanks, this kind of